Hello everyone, this is Suresh. So today we are going to discuss about what is cloud in a very easy way. So those who still didn't understand what is cloud, so I will explain you with a complete roadmap. To start with that, we need to understand how the technology was on 1990s. Okay, so in 1990s, we, in those era, they'll call we had only physical servers. Okay, which means in a single hardware we can install only one OS. Okay, so consider these four are four different hardwares. On top of it, we are installing an operating system. And on top of it, we'll install the applications. Take an example. This server will be a web server. Okay, consider that this is a site like uh, google.com or youtube.com, whatever it is. Okay, let me name it as like surashtextiles.com. Okay, so definitely it requires one web server. Okay, and we need one backend server as DB. So DB is to collect all the data, whatever comes through the website, and most probably we'll have one backup server, and we'll be having one user management server. Okay, so these are all hardwares, and we'll have one OS. So first we'll discuss about the drawbacks in this architecture. Okay, the first drawback is cost. Okay, so this is just an example to run an application. Okay, but if you are running a very big application, which is having minimum of 2,000 to 5,000 customer base, definitely it requires minimum 1,500 to 3,000 servers. Depends on your customer volume base. Okay, so first thing is you need to spend a lot of money. So cost is a big drawback. Second is resource wastage. Okay, resource wastage is nothing but, take an example. We have a specification of RAM is 8 GB, processor is 4 core, and hard disk is 500 GB. Okay, so in this specification, we cannot use the full size of 8 GB. Okay, what will happen? Our system will get hang. Okay, so we can use only 4 GB of RAM, and we keep 4 GB as an ideal. Okay, so here, even though we bought 8 GB, we can only use 4 GB. This 4 GB ideal is called base stage. Okay, though we are paying, but we cannot use it. Okay, there is a drawback in this physical environment. Third drawback is resource sharing is not possible. Okay, so resource sharing is nothing but, in case, as I told you, this is having 4 GB of RAM free. Okay, this cannot be shared to the next physical hardware because they are physically isolated. Okay, we cannot easily share the free space of RAM or processor or hard disk to next physical hardware. So that is the drawback. And the fourth one is OS installation time. Minimum it will take at least 2.5 hours to 3 hours because these are all physical servers. We need to mount the server in a rack. Okay, then we need to do the cablings, and a lot of work is there. Then we need to install the OS, then we need to install the applications, and finally we need to provide the user access, okay, for the delivery. So these things definitely will take at least 2.5 hours to 3 hours. Okay, so this is a big drawback. And the fifth drawback is electricity. Okay, definitely. If it is 1,500 3,000 servers, means we need to supply the electricity, as well as in case if the main AC supply is down, we need to provide the DC supply through generators. Okay, so that is a very big drawback for to maintain power supply for all these isolated hardwares. Sixth drawback is space. Especially if you are having more than 5,000 servers, definitely you need a very big space to accommodate them. Okay, so these are all the drawbacks in physical environment. Okay, so to overcome this drawback, in 2000, around 2000, they introduced a concept called virtualization. I'll just remove these drawbacks. In virtualization, what happened, right? So in physical servers, one hardware requires one operating system. But in virtualization, we need only one hardware. On top of it, they installed an OS called ESXi, Elastic SkyX Integrated. They had one hardware. On top of it, they installed OS called Elastic SkyX Integrated. Okay, this is a product from VMware. So hope those who are already in IT, they know about what is VMware. Okay, so those who are new to the IT, so VMware is a company who invented the virtualization technology, which is still the market leader. Okay, with this technology, we don't need separate hardwares for the different OS. Okay, so one hardware can accommodate all three different operating systems. So by this, we can avoid multiple servers purchase. Okay, we can accommodate same website here. We can accommodate DB in a single physical hardware, and we can accommodate backup server, and we can accommodate user management server. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the advantages for this. So first advantage is cost has been reduced because we need to spend only for minimum single hardware. For example, if in physical environment, if we need 5,000 servers, means in this virtualization now we need only 32 servers. Okay, because these 32 servers is going to accommodate all the operating system. Okay, so cost problem has been solved. Second, resource based and resource sharing. So both has been solved together. How is it, right? So same example, if this web is having 4 GB of RAM free, this can be shared to the next OS because it is having only the underlying hardware is only single hardware, so it can share the free space to the next DB. Okay, so this problem has been solved. Likewise, OS installation time maximum take only 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Okay, and the number of hardware reduced, definitely electricity will also reduce and space will also be reduced. So all the drawbacks has been solved in this virtualization technology, and these guys are the market leader for 15 years. Okay, later a technology was introduced by AWS, which is called cloud technology. In early 2010, we had a technology called AWS, which was introduced by Amazon. It is a cloud computing technology. So this is same like the VMware. Okay, so they will have one hardware. On top of it, they will have one virtualization technology. It can be anything. So same like ESXi, there are plenty of virtualization technologies out there. I'll just write few examples. The examples are KVM. This guy is from Linux, and ESXi is from VMware, and Hyper-V is from Windows. Okay, so Amazon is using an hypervisor called Zen Hypervisor. Okay, on top of it, they install the multiple operating system. Actually, why I'm showing this in Paint, right? It is more for me. It is more comfortable to draw the diagram apart from using some other tools. Some other tools are taking much time, so in Paint, it is very comfortable for me. Okay, so the difference is, so both look similar. Then what is the difference between cloud technology and virtualization technology? The only single difference is the virtualization technology, we need to have this hardware setup. Okay, but in cloud technology, someone will have this setup and they are providing the setup using an internet to the customers. Okay, so in middle, we have an internet. Okay, so through internet, they are providing the server like a monthly basis. For example, similarly, I can say like rental basis. Okay, so monthly we need to pay for whatever we are using, kind of pay as you use. Okay, so here the main advantage is like for very small applications, or like you are a very small scale business developer. Okay, so you don't need to purchase a very big environment or very big virtualization environment for you. Okay, you just need to purchase some cloud. The vendor will be AWS and they will provide you through the internet. Okay, so like you here you're going to pay like what you use. So that is the main advantage. So whenever you need, you can purchase from AWS. They'll give it through internet. Okay, whenever you don't need, you can terminate it, and they won't charge you. Okay, so that is the main first advantage. Is like we don't need to care about data center. We don't need to maintain data center. Okay, and the second advantage is the VMs can build within 5 minutes. Like VMs means the OS. In case if one developer is asking, I need Windows OS, if someone is asking Linux OS, so within 5 minutes you can build the OS in Amazon technology, which is a cloud technology. Okay, so that is the main advantage for this. And third one is auto scaling. So auto scaling, you can say is an advantage in cloud computing. So what is an auto scaling? So auto scaling is nothing but if your number of customers are increasing, definitely you want to increase the machines. Okay, in VMware in physical servers, you want to manually do the because here the OS installation time takes at least 30 minutes. In case if your customer base is increasing, immediately you cannot provide them the machines. Okay, at least you need to wait for 30 to 45 minutes. But in Amazon, within 5 minutes, it will build the machines, right? So through that, whatever customer comes in, so it will automatically create machines and it will serve them. Okay, so though they won't feel any discomfort that resource is busy or like try again sometime. So we won't face any error. So that is advantage here. Okay, so whatever customer comes with this auto scaling technology, cloud will provide the servers continuously. So this is what the cloud is. Cloud computing is nothing but you need to, if you understand this physical environment and virtualization, then cloud will be very easy to understand. So these 3 points are more enough for to explain if someone asks you what is cloud computing. Okay, so this is all about the basics of cloud to understand in a very easy way. So if you still have some doubts with this, you can leave some comments. I'll definitely reply for that. Okay, so please subscribe this channel for my future videos. I'll definitely help you out for placements and for IT ideas and even for some real-time scenarios like what is happening in IT. So how to pursue your career with Amazon or into infrastructure or into coding side. Definitely I'll help you. So thanks for watching. We'll meet you soon. Thank you.